Welcome. I'm Selene Kumin Vega with Saybrook University for our mindfulness moments today, thinking about and working with connection, connecting to the world within us, connecting to the world outside. And when we think about connection, we often think about what does it mean to connect with each other, with other people. And when we are feeling that connection with others, it's easy to celebrate it and to enjoy it. When we're not feeling so connected, it's a little bit harder to find where that connection is in ourselves when we're all alone. And yet, the rest of the world is all around us, and we can connect with it even when we might physically be all alone. So, I'd like to spend some time today connecting us with ourselves, with the world, with our sense of support from all we are connected with our connection with each other. I want to start with connecting right here and now into the moment that you are experiencing. And you may not always think about the connection you have to the room or the space outside that you are in any moment, where you are situated in this moment. But take a moment now to have a sense of that connection, this place that you are and what's surrounding you, the space, if you're inside, the edges of the room, if you're outside, what's around you, maybe plants, maybe buildings. And where are you connected right now? Where is your body resting? Maybe if you're standing, you're resting on your feet. Your feet are resting on the ground. If you're sitting or lying down, what is that that's under you, supporting you? What is that connection of the weight of your body sinking into the place where you are in this moment on this earth? And perhaps you can sense that solidity underneath you. Whatever it is that's holding you from underneath, that allows you to begin to relax into that place, knowing that you are being held. Something is there for you to hold you. And maybe take this moment to connect in to what's inside you, holding your life force here, inviting in each breath and releasing it easily back into the surrounding air. Right here, there's a connection going on between you and your surroundings. You might see if you can just notice and feel into that sense of being connected to the air, the solid ground underneath you. If you're in a building or on concrete, maybe reaching that sense of connection beyond the building, down into the earth, down into this planet. Just noticing that connection that's here that we maybe take for granted as we go through each day, each movement, walking, sitting, driving, rolling around, however we move ourselves around in the earth. It's right there. We are connected to it always. And even if we jump up, that connection is still there and we come back down, gravity pulling us back down into that connection. Gravity being that mediator of connection, the thread that connects us. And in this moment, maybe you're all alone, no one around you. Maybe you're in a place where you can hear others or sense them, not too far away. Maybe they are people you feel a connection to, people you know who you've had interactions with that connect you. Maybe they're strangers. And the connection you have is just in hearing voices or seeing them as they walk by. Maybe you can think right now, imagine all the interactions you have in the course of a week or a month with the people who are around you a lot, with people you might pass on a street you don't know. They're part of your environment. With people who perhaps you meet eyes at the grocery store, checking out your groceries, or on a bus, or wherever you move through in your life. The interactions that are perhaps brief, and yet each one is a connection. And those people we connect with are not the only living beings around us. Perhaps you get to hear birds. Perhaps you hear the sound of people's voices on monitors, TV sets, wherever you spend time in each day. Even the news we hear of others who share this earth with us. Can we find a sense of connection to them? Maybe not as strong as the ones we know well, but we are all sharing this earth, this place. And the other beings, perhaps there's a cat or a dog or a rabbit, a turtle, a being who's not too far from you in your daily life. Maybe you see the little critters that come by. Maybe they're even ones you don't enjoy, insects perhaps. Each one part of this environment that we are connected to. Some of those insects, the bees, we might not even think about how connected they are to the food that we eat, how important they are to pollinate that food that keeps us alive. And all the people involved in planting and harvesting and preparing food that we eat. That is also a connection that we have, important for our survival. Even the beings that we struggle with, the ones we kind of wonder where and how we can have any kind of connection with. There is a connection here because we are all sharing this environment. Perhaps we can take a few moments here to sense into the connections that support us, the ones that feel warming, life-giving to us, the ones that are heart connections with people living, people who have been living and are no longer with us, but who have touched us, who have created a connection that stays with us. All those connections that we have that we rely on, even when we're not thinking about them, that are there for us, supporting us, just as the earth is there underneath us right now. And the air is there to breathe. And feeling also the connections, all the different strands and colors and ways of being. Different kinds of connections that we have. Maybe reaching out our tendrils of connection to what's beyond what we even think about or know about or have experienced directly. The way we might imagine connections through space, through the long distance to our sun. And yet we feel the warmth of that sun. It's life-giving. There is a connection. Connection to the moon and its cycles as it moves around and changes the way our ocean's tides are. So many connections that are here around us that affect us. And reaching beyond to whatever is perhaps what we can't even feel physically. Perhaps some sense of divinity, something that goes beyond our individual selves, and even our collective human selves, even our collective earth being, to this larger universe that we are part of. Connections that are distant in time and space, and yet they are there, part of who we are, part of each breath we take, part of connections that go beyond what our minds can even fathom. And yet they are part of what supports us. Each breath, each day, each moment. And as we bring ourselves back into this moment of feeling into a body that we have here in this place where we are breathing and being alone or together. As you bring yourself back into this connection that we have here, those of us who are together on Zoom and those of us connecting to this recording, know that there is a connection here, each of us feeling it in our own individual way, and staying with that sense of meditation here, being in a quiet state of sensing into connection within, connection outside of ourselves. Thank you for joining me to connect today.